Hello, welcome into Purple Penguin Craft Room. I'm Vicky. Today's craft is going to be a snowman recycled material. Snowman made from recycled stuff. I'm going to go ahead and jump right into what I'm going to be using, and then we'll get started. So I have this wood round. This is a 4-inch wood round piece. I cut my own wood, but you can get any kind of 4-inch wood round piece anywhere. They usually come with like the beveled edges. Like I've seen them, you can get them at Dollar Tree and anywhere else. You don't have to use wood. You don't even have to do a base if you don't want to. You could use cardboard or anything else that you want. We're going to use these were alcoholic kind of beverage, but I just like the shape, that they're the little ball shape. So we're going to be using 3 of those. If you can tell, they were you can get them if you're over 21, right? Stiff black felt, and then, some glue, some paint, and, who knows what else. You got to stay tuned and keep on watching. Let's get started. First things first, to get started with this, with my wood round, this is just pallet wood. That's why it's kind of got that color to it. It was outside. I cut it, I sanded it down, so it's ready to go. We're just going to use a Waverly matte finish, kind of a chalk paint. This is ivory, so it's not the bright white. It is just ivory. Down here on my bottle a little bit. But we're just going to go ahead and paint her up. Next, we're going to take our little recycled bottles, is what we'll call them. Recycled bottles. They are plastic. They do come in different colors because they come in different flavors as well. But like I said, we are using them for their shape. Absolutely love the fact that they are little round bottles, and we're recycling them. Okay, so on our recycled bottles, containers, I did one coat, and you can see it's kind of, and you know what, I've decided I kind of like the way that looks, and we're going to go with it. I think we're just going to leave that, and we are going to take our base though, and we are going to kind of rough that up a little bit. However, it's not going to make that much of a difference on this base because we are going to actually put some fake snow on it with some snowballs. Okay. I just kind of roughed up the edges a little bit. It's kind of hard to tell because it was white underneath instead of being stained, but in person you can tell. Trust me, in person it makes a difference. All right, so we're going to go ahead and just stack our little containers on here with some hot glue. Good. These are just recycled bottles. Try and get it as center as possible here. There we go. And we're just going to stack them. Now you can do 3 bottles or you can do 2. It's totally up to you. Or you could do a couple, and do some 3 stacks, and you can do some 2 stacks. Totally up to you. Gotta take that second one a little bit off here. go. So cute. All right. Now he kind of needs a hat. We're gonna kind of, well, first things first. Let's take some antique wax. We're gonna take some antique wax and we're gonna kind of just dirty him up a little bit. So it's a baby wipe and some antique wax. I'm kind of dirty this base a little here. Although I don't know how much of this you may or may not see, because like I said, we are going to put some fake snow on this. But it's kind of highlighting where I sanded it a little bit there. On this base, and kind of I don't need to do a whole lot on the bottles themselves because, yeah, we're just going to leave it like that. All right. Okay. Now, let's get back to his hat. He needs a hat. So we're going to give him a top hat. And for his top hat, we're going to be using hard, stiff felt. All right. And kind of thinking I almost want it the same width as this container thing here. So we're going to actually just use this and help us trim out the bottom of his hat. Now you can find circles anywhere. Cut out a circle from. You can print out a circle and cut it out from that too. I like to use things that I have around. Save that for later. So now I've got his little brim, his hat. So now we need the top portion, like about this high. And I'm kind of thinking, let's see if I fold this around. This is a 9x12 sheet. And I'm kind of thinking if we folded the 9-inch around, like if we do a little bit more than that, or a little bit less, then it's a matter of how tall do you want? Okay, so like I said, if I glue this around like so, and I put it on there, it's a little fatter than I want, so we're going to cut a little bit off. And then try again. This is all like trial and error. There's no right or wrong. It's just kind of, or no exact measurements here. I still think I want just a little bit more. Not much. Okay. Edges on these are not great. There we go. And we're just going to glue this side. Like, you could totally sew this too. It might be a little more sturdy if you sew. Or fabric glue. Fabric glue would also be really good to making this hat. Now we've got our circle. So Now we're going to put it on. Oh, that does not want to stay. Before I glue it to the base, we're going to put the circle part on top. So I'm just trying to make it as circle as I can here. I wonder. That's kind of the round I want. See if I have enough on this. I may have to just use this. I'm gonna do. Just need some glue around the top perimeter. Hopefully it doesn't drip down on you. I'm just going to set that up top. Turn it upside down. And then we're going to just cut it out. You know what also might be a good size for this would be a toilet paper roll or a paper towel roll. It is a little bit wider than that, but that would make a good hat as well if you didn't want to do it this way. Just cut that out. Now we've got our top. Now we just need to put it on our base. It is just easier to do the top piece first because when you're cutting it out, it just makes it easier. All done with that. Now I want to decorate it before I put it on top of our snowman here. So I just have this ribbon. This is actually 5/8 of an inch ribbon, probably from Hobby Lobby, I believe, or it could even been Walmart. I got some of my ribbon from Walmart. We're just going to start in the back here. This is a little shinier than I was hoping for, but it will work. Actually had this was actually pre-cut from something else I was doing project, which really works out perfect. All right, so there's that. This hat. I think also this little. It's actually it's a button. It's got this little nub on it. And we're just going to take our wire cutters, cut that off. It's flat. And we're just going to put that on the top of this hat. For a little decoration. We're going to bring on back my guy here. Going to just set it on his top here. So I am going to kind of go out of screen. There we go. Try and get this where you guys can see. I'm going to put the glue all the way around the top portion here. Good. Let's give him a scarf. I have this ribbon here. It's from Hobby Lobby or Michael's. Can't remember which one, but there is no wire in it, so it does make for a good scarf ribbon. Knot this, and I do like it a little long, so we're going to leave it a little long for him. Not fully wanting to cooperate, so I'm just going to tack that down a little bit. Perfect. I'm going to give him a face. How about an orange nose first? I kind of want to give him a longer nose for some reason. This is just soft felt. I kind of have longer nose here. And I'm actually going to use some craft glue for his nose. Then we're going to give him some eyes. You could use some buttons, but I don't have any that I really want to use right now. I'm going to actually use, for eyes, I have these acrylic sticks. These are actually for dotting, and we are just going to dot on eyes. So we're going to take this black acrylic paint. This is really fun to do. It almost looks like a glue stick, right? It's not. It is for dotting. I got this a pack of these from Michael's, and you can look. I'll demonstrate here. It does eyes. Not perfect, but you know, as long as you go straight up and down, you get it somewhat perfect. You could use the end of a pencil or a paintbrush as well. Totally up to you. You could do it with it for his mouth too. Alright. I am not going to give him a mouth. I like just the eyes and the nose on him. And now I want to do something around his base. So what we're going to do is some snow. I've got these little balls. They're little foam balls I got from Michael's. You had a huge pack of them. This is just a little bit of them. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get out. This is spackling. I actually got mine at Walmart. But we are just going to basically ice. It's like icing, right? And we're going to take it here. And I like to get a little messy with my projects. So I'm just going to scoop it out. Like I said, it does not have to be pretty at all. As This is just going to be his snow. It will dry hard. This is not the quick dry, so it will take a couple hours. I'm going to go all the way around because I like it to look a little bit finished. This will, like I said, it will dry extra hard. It's already white, so, you know, it kind of already looks like snow. And it reminds me of frosting. That's what it kind of looks like. Alright, so now we've got that all the way around the base. Now, we're just going to wipe off finger. It cleans up pretty good. Okay, we're going to take our little foam balls and we're just going to push them in. They should be able to just go ahead and stick into, you don't have to put very many, I mean just a few here and there, kind of look like little snowballs in the snow. Or you could fill it all the way up if you want, however you want to do it. If they happen to pop off, you can just glue them back into place. They're pretty forgiving. And once it hardens, they will leave a void if they plop out. So you'll know where to put them back onto. Over here. Right. Let's see the little foam balls in there to look like little snowballs. So cute. You can finish him off with all different kinds of embellishments and so forth. I'm keeping him a little bit simple. He is recycled containers. It's recycled bottles with a felt hat and a snowy bottom. All right, you guys, let people know that you saw Purple Penguin Craft Room and keep coming back and check out some more videos. Happy crafting.